Sup, Eli? Hold up. How you doing, my man?
I am ready to be disappointed, Brad.
Yes, get ready to be disappointed. So this is Borderlands Legends. That's two S's in both names here. It's the iPad and iPhone exclusive mobile Borderlands companion thing.
Oh wow, you're really high.
Yeah, I kind of went nuts on this over the weekend. And, you know, like, we've covered it a couple times, and there should be a review on the website by the time you check this out. But it's a mission-based strategy game where you control all four members of the original game and move them around kind of like XCOM style. Like, here we go.
Wait, this is the same level from the tutorial, though,
Yep.
even though you're level 20.
Yeah, they keep repeating the same 3 levels over and over again.
Oh, cool.
There's a problem with this game, and the problem is that almost everything's broken. Like, it's a really weird game in that way. Like, so at the very beginning of the game, it's so hard that it's just so frustrating. Like, the pathfinding is really bad, and that makes the cover system kind of broken because nobody can get behind anything because they can't get behind stuff, literally.
You should explain what you're doing with the controls.
I guess I'm clicking and dragging, basically. So I'm tapping on a dude, I'm dragging. You're not seeing what happens when... Like, sometimes when you click on a dude, they just don't move. It's really weird. The controls are super iffy in this. Like, it's just like, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Basically like Battleheart, but bad.
Yeah. The pathfinding's bad, and the AI is pretty dumb, too. They just kind of stand around. Like, they're just, like, one step away. They won't fire. It's really weird. There's, like, a sphere of influence on everyone. And
What's driving me crazy about this is how, like, the game doesn't give you a helping hand. Like, for instance, like when you just move that guy, I mean, you're moving him there because you want him to shoot that dude. So, like, why wouldn't he shoot while he's moving? You know, like, engage the target.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And all that. I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like absolutely incredible to me how half-assed this game is.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And I guess to elaborate a little bit more, it's completely random missions, like, and it levels up to you, kinda. Like, but I'm at this point now, level 27. I've been playing this game a lot, where I don't even have to move these people, to be frank, because when they fall down, if you just stand still, you'll automatically revive them, right? So you can just get into these weird revive loops where you just keep picking dudes up, and you just kill everything in the process, right? So you're killing, then reviving, killing, reviving, killing, reviving, and you just win automatically. It's pretty wild.
You know what is the truly amazing thing about this to me is it's like if you took everything I liked about Borderlands and removed it,
Yeah.
you would have this game.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, yeah, exactly. Or if you took everything you loved about Borderlands and turned it on its head. Like, for example, there's no loot in this game. You buy the loot. You only earn cash as you kill stuff. Which...
You're like, all the fun in Borderlands is like, oh, what dropped, let me see.
Yeah, and they replaced that with, like, check out this chunk of UI. Now buy a purple weapon. You know? Like, that's no good. And they also removed, I mean, obviously there's no co-op, which I think is probably the most fun thing about Borderlands, for sure.
Yeah,
And, you know, they moved a lot of that player agency, too. You know, because basically in this game, you just have to stand in a circle, or else you're just going to get boned. So,
I'm about to hit level 50 with my roommates in Borderlands 2.
Ooh, I think I got to 47 before I had to finally call it.
What playthrough did you go through? Second playthrough?
Yeah, I just started the second playthrough, and I was like, all right, I gotta do something else in my life. I gotta be careful.
Oh, see, your problem is you did way too many side quests first playthrough. Then, if you're level 47, starting the second playthrough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I went nuts. I went Hulk Hogan wild all over that video game. I love it, though. That's what kind of hurts the most about Legends. I've spent hundreds of hours in Borderlands as a series, right? And I can't get into this game.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, the people I've shown this to, like, are just dumbfounded.
Yeah. I mean, especially, like, I wish, in some ways, we could show the early game, because it's so much worse. Because you're dying constantly.
This game has probably the most boring tutorial of any video game I've played this decade.
Yeah, and it's horrible. Like, the writing is bad. It's just no good. It's just like, it's weird. I don't understand what happened. I don't get it.
I can tell you what happened. Someone at 2K was like, hey, we need a Borderlands game on the App Store.
Well, Yes.
And then they were like, here, play Borderlands for 5 minutes and Battleheart for 5 minutes.
Go. But the premise, like, it's weird. Like, everything on paper you tell me about this game, and it sounds like it should work, and it sounds like it should be fun. It's just like all in the execution here is just nothing. It's either broke or it's super boring. That's like the two things this game does really well. Let's take a look at the shop menu. So as you play, you earn money, and now you can buy weapons with that money. And they're named. There's no brands anymore. Like, they took out the brands, which is, you know,
another favorite thing of mine about the video game.
Yeah, which is 90% of the fun of the video game is like finding out what brand you like the most, and then, you know, swinging with them and stuff like that, getting excited.
I'm a Jacobs person.
Which is Jacobs the throw the gun?
No. Well, that's like a magic gun effect.
No. That's a brand. That's a Hyperion. Those are the Hyperion guns or whatever, I think.
Jacobs are the ones that like never have any elemental effects, always have a low clip size, but do like tons of just white damage.
Yeah. Like the cowboy guns. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
All right. I used to be a big fan of the bandit guns. I forgot what. I think they're just called bandit, but maybe they're not.
But what was so cool about Borderlands is that all those guns had like such a unique feel. You know, like when you picked up one, like you knew how it was going to feel just by like looking at the brand name on it.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, the whole loot system's so much fun, and I don't know. This is just.
Yeah, and another thing with the tech tree, like I've literally almost maxed it out. Like I think this game keeps going. I don't think there's an end. It's really weird.
Well, back at this level.
And this is still like one mission here. There's 4 stages to each mission. Each one is an arena. And they're basically, for the most part, they're bag and tag kind of things. Kill everything, walk out later.
I just couldn't believe how, like, the pathfinding is so bad on this, you know? Like,
oh, it's horrible.
No multi-touch. Or if there is multi-touch, it didn't work for me.
There is multi-touch. It took me about 5 hours to realize that there actually was after trying for so long. Like, it was really weird.
What's the trick?
You have to hold down super long, but even then, sometimes it's a toss-up if it'll work or not. But, yeah, no, I was baffled at first. I'm like, really? You're going to have a game with you have to control 4 dudes and you aren't going to have multi-touch? You know? But multi-touch doesn't work. You know, I mean, it's broken to the point where I don't even bother with it, you know? Because it's so unreliable. Like, who cares?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I guess we should... I should mention that every character in the game also has like a kind of like a healing or support ability, and most of the time I accidentally activate those while trying to move my character around. So I need
cool.
Yeah.
I love burning cooldowns and things like that on accident.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time. But basically, like as soon as you hit like level, I would say 15 or so, and start getting access to perks, this game's over. Like you can just do this and win. Like, there's no strategy whatsoever anymore. It's over. Not that there was strategy before, because the game was too broke for it. But... Well,
in my experience, the strategy was like, how can I somehow buy time to revive my dudes that are dead?
Just stand in a huge cluster. That's normally... Now, this level is bad with the gesture stuff, like, specifically. See, there you go. They didn't move.
Oh, some multi-touch action.
There we go. So you notice it took 2? That took 2 of those? Like, it's really weird, man. Like, you tell dudes to go places and they don't. Like, I don't understand what happens.
So the sad part about this is because it's AAA, being from a AAA publisher, AAA IP, like, it doesn't matter. This game is bad.
Yeah.
It's going to get featured, probably going to be editor's choice, going to sell a ton. Doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of the unfortunate thing, because I mean, again though, I mean this game could be really good. It just needs some more time in the oven, man. Just a little bit more like creative touch, and I think they could have something real special.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why didn't they even use any of the voice work? I mean, like, you know how your dude in Borderlands is like constantly just yammering on.
Right, yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you include at least like some of those clips?
Yeah.
Like Claptrap not even saying anything at the beginning. I'm like, really?
Yeah. Or just dialogue. It's like they pressed reset, like on Borderlands 2. They just pretended like it never happened. and then they made this video game. Like, it's all, like, uncharacteristically flat, like the first game was. Like, the first game was cool because it was, like, it was an MMO first-person shooter with loot in it, right?
Yeah.
And, like, it was really cobbled together, but you could appreciate how all its systems worked together. And it had kind of, like, this weird, like, dark comedy kind of thing going on, but it wasn't consistent with it, just like most everything else in the original Borderlands. But Borderlands 2 totally changed that. You know, you finally have a cohesive game on like almost every level. And they iterated on every system. It's all fantastic. This game is like, it's totally flat again.
Yeah, I wonder maybe if like we hadn't played, if Borderlands 2 wasn't so good, if our reaction to this would be different.
I mean, like, as far as like the charm and the character, I think it would be different. I think it would be, because now we have a definition of what Borderlands is, I feel like. I don't know. So here we go. We're getting ready to go into a boss battle. Like, whenever you get a vending machine for the second time in any stream of levels, it means you're gonna go fight a boss. And boss fights usually break down to just getting in a really big circle and just have these weird revive and shoot loops.
Cool.
Which is what I anticipate is going to happen here. So, get ready.
I am prepared.
Interestingly, the boss from the first game makes another appearance in this as well, and he's just as stupid.
Awesome.
Yeah, he appears like 4 or 5 hours in. Can't remember.
So you basically just surround this guy and wait for it to be over?
Yeah. Might move some dudes around just so people can kind of see what's going on. But this is my basic strategy now, because it's so hard to move dudes around. This is better.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I just sit here, pop off special skills, do my thing.
This is just crazy. I mean, compared to like the boss fights in Battleheart, that were like so good and so clever.
Right. Yeah. Then I'm just standing still.
Yeah. All right, surround the dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my iPad down, go make some coffee.
Yeah, actually, earlier yesterday while I was playing, I was like, I don't think I need to move anybody, and I literally don't anymore. Like, if you just put all your guys in the middle of the level, like right when it starts, you don't have to do anything.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. It's weird how it swings so hard though. Like at the beginning of the game, it's so unmanageable. It's so unmanageable. You don't want to play the game anymore. Like after 15 minutes, I never wanted to see this game again. Right?
Oh yeah, I was so excited when we got a copy of this, and yeah, like 10-15 minutes in, I was like, you couldn't pay me to play this game.
Right. Yeah. But then you play like 2 more hours beyond that point, and then it becomes like a set and forget kind of video game where you just don't even need to play it anymore. It's like I don't know. It's so weird how that curve went like straight down like at some point. Anyway, there we go. Victory in a boss battle, man.
Good job.
Thank you. It was a hard-fought battle. Had to think a lot. Got an S rank. Got a perp.
Got a reward. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. So, this is it. Borderlands Legends, a video game.
Is there any reason to buy this?
No, not at all. I mean, even if you're a Borderlands fan, just don't. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Put that money into the interactive map app maybe and go play Borderlands 2.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Or something.